It's my pleasure to be joined right now by Nikolaj Coster Waldau. He is an actor, a UNDP Goodwill ambassador, and he's very passionate about environmental justice and advocacy. So Nikolaj, thank you so much for joining us. It means a lot to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's jump right in with COVID-19. I mean, amidst all this devastation we've seen around the world, some have noted some positive effects on the environment. Can you talk about some of those small gains? Frankly, are those gains sustainable?
Well, I don't think they're sustainable. I wouldn't want to have a pandemic for the next 20 years in order to lower the CO2 emissions. I think that, no, it's been, I think for a lot of people, it's been obviously a shock. I mean, you never thought this could happen. But I think in the countries where you've seen politicians listen to the experts, the medical advice, and then go out and say this and this is the situation, it's horrific and it's going to be tough. But we all need to do this together. And if we do it together, we can work through this. And you've actually seen all over the world, people listen and take action. This is an opportunity because we've known since the Paris Agreement that most of the countries in the world have pledged that we understand that climate change is real and we have to take action. Well, now we actually, for better, we've been forced into making massive investments on our infrastructure, on our, everywhere. So hopefully, and I believe that will happen. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the green change will happen. We will move away from fossil fuels because we have to.
Take us back to the beginning, though, for a minute. Can you explain the relationship between having a strong environment and other issues that lead to healthy communities, like nutrition, education?
If you're really hungry, if you don't have access to education, if you, like for a lot of girls and women in this world, if you're not even allowed to enter the conversation, I think the last thing that really is on your mind is climate change. If my kids can't eat, if I'm hungry, and that's going to be my focus, and then I'm going to do whatever it takes to feed my kids, then you can't ask of me to worry about my CO2 emissions. It's just not fair. It's not the way it works. So obviously we have to go to the core of these issues. We have to accept that sharing is a good thing. We have to share our wealth because there is enough to go around if we're willing to do that. And we have to be willing. I mean, one thing that this has shown, this is COVID-19, of course, is that this pandemic finds every corner of the world. It doesn't care. You're not, just because I live in this perfect country, nah, it doesn't care. It's gonna find us. And of course, the same when it comes to climate change. It affects all of us. The recovery now, and which is so important, it's so important that we talk to our leaders about that we demand this from our leaders, that this time the recovery can go hand in hand with climate action, and to make this transition that we need on a global scale.
You talk about action, and just a moment ago, you talked about some of the opportunities that women and girls all around the world still do not have. You have 2 young children. What is your hope for your daughter's generation?
Well, I think that, first of all, you look at the young generation now, and it's very inspiring because they want to be involved. They want to take action. They want a better world. They want a future, and obviously, what I want for them is inclusion. That they can, that being a woman should not stand in the way for whatever opportunities you may have in life. But I hope that now we will all step up to the plate so they have a future.
Nikolaj, thank you so much for making time, and thanks so much for all the work you're doing to, frankly, make this world a better place.
Thank you.